Harley Quinn, the lifelong partner of the Joker, has been captured by an unknown enemy. Harley waiting on his pal, Joker, to come and rescue her. She expects a grand entrance from Joker to rescue her and make out for hours. Harley threatens the unknown enemy to chop him up in little pieces and feed the rat. On the other side, Batman has to team up with Gordon's partner Bullock on a crime scene involving Officer Ryan Lang. A witness on the street saw a white-faced skinny dude running out of the building and holding a bowling ball. At the crime scene, the head was missing from Ryan's body. Batman found hand holding the gun, but hand was pulled apart from the body. Bullock confirms Ryan was expert shooter and hard to believe he missed, but Batman confirms Ryan didn't miss. Batman finds Magnum round on the wall, and Bullock finds Joker's famous ha 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 ha. Batman disappears from the scene as Bullock's phone rings. As Batman leaves the scene, he zooms past other office bitching about him. On high tall-rise building, the cat is worried face, and suspect the storm is coming to Gotham. Batman doesn't agree with crime scenes being the Joker's work. The Joker's pathology doesn't allow for this. Batman thinks in Joker's twisted psyche, pain and injury simply don't register. Humans feel pain, and the Joker shares little in common with humanity. But even he couldn't survive a magnum slug to the head. As Batman was doing analysis in his head, someone jumped off the 4-story building like he was stepping off a curb. This isn't a Joker. The enemy has Officer Ryan's head in his hand. Batman doesn't wait for his next move. To take control of the fight, Batman traps the subject with bolas, but subject rips it apart in a second. Batman engages himself in a fight. He hits him hard, but the enemy doesn't fall down. The enemy is fast and strong. 5 seconds into the fight, and Batman is still fighting for his life. Batman creates some distance to get the upper hand. Batman marks the target on enemy. 4 vampire drones are released from Batmobile, each with 10 milliamps, and this brings down the enemy. Police arrive at the scene as Batman approaches the subject. Batman tells all cops to stay away from the subject as the area is not secured. Batman has been asked to freeze. The chopper hovers over Batman, as Batman is asked again to step away from the subject. Batman yells area is not secured. You still have civilians here. The officer is asked to check on the subject. As the officer checks on the subject comes to life and rips off the officer's head. The subject quickly runs through old building and smashes old gas pipelines to create explosions. Batman doesn't have time to save all officers and civilians. Explosion kills dozens of officers and civilians. All fingers get pointed at Batman. Alfred in a Batcave mentions hairline fracture on left hand for Batman. Batman thinks through the case in his head. Evidence from the first crime scene suggests the killer took grazing shot to the head, yet when Batman fought him later, the killer had no visible wound. Batman thinks healing may be accelerated perhaps. Alfred reminds the Wayne Sims Foundation has called an emergency meeting the next day. Alfred also reminds that it would be insensitive if Bruce Wayne didn't show up for the meeting. Batman is more focused on the case. Damage caused by Batman is the exact reason to set up the foundation in first place. In Bruce Wayne's way, he tells Alfred to write a big check. Batman asks the computer to reanalyze the tissue sample and finds the Joker's DNA. Batman roams outside to find a Joker, and it wasn't hard for him to find a Joker. Batman finds a box, and on it is written property of Jim Gordon. And all of a sudden, the Joker appears. Batman ties him up and let him hang from the roof. Batman quickly asks Gordon's whereabouts, but the Joker knows Batman is not going to let him drop. The Joker reminds Batman that Gordon may start losing some body parts soon if he doesn't help Joker, and the Joker asks for Batman's help. Batman doesn't hear anything around him, not the rain, not the city below, only Joker's scratching voice inside his head. The Joker reminds Bat that somebody's taken what belongs to him, and he wants his back. Joker didn't mention the name, but it must be Harley Quinn. Joker reminds Batman that time is wasting, and let's be a deadly duo to solve the case. Batman unwillingly agrees with Joker to work on this case, and he shakes Joker's hand.